Back in the days as a youngster trying to get paid, hustling, selling hard times in the bay. The uncles had me lost in the flame. The hopeless jokers, y'all just left me lost in this game. False advertisement, losing time spent, mind bent. Time gets to my lost ways as I reminisce. It wasn't the life I wanted to live. To my community, I wanted to give back a chance. Long hours at Glide Memorial with our moms, homeless before she died of that overdose. She showed me and told me the facts of life. Yet before I had a chance to show her, she died. So we have to save ourselves. We need to revitalize the health. Now what wealth destroyed kings and queens? I sit and dream. America, fuck America.
Hey. My name is Fred Rush Jr. I am Deputy Mayor of the city of Erie, Pennsylvania, the third largest city in Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Everybody's heard of Philadelphia and Pittsburgh, but we're Erie, we're there.
There you go. You know, we're talking about movement. One, you know, you being an elder who's been around movement, civil rights on up.
Right.
Would you say hip hop is a movement? And if not, what would you say you absolutely need to have in order to be a movement?
I think it's probably about three basic things you need for movement. I have seen it happen before. First of all, you need some kind of a common cause. Most importantly, you need a language that unites people. When you say certain things, and the Black Power movement, hey brother, Black Power, it was automatic, all right? And you also need some kind of identifiable clothing or methodology that separates you from other people. Hip hop has all that. The dress, the language, and the discernible group. It's not done by race. It's basically done by how people feel about what they're doing. And that feeling of commitment is what separates it.
Well, would you compare the civil rights movement, which was trying to fight for Jim Crow and equality? That seemed like a movement. But here, you know, what are people uniting around when you have everybody from Lil Wayne on down to Public Enemy? It seems like
I think the important thing about this is we're not fighting just about surface issues. It's not about race, it's not about sex. More importantly, we're fighting it for quality of life issues, about the environment, about the quality of life of people, about ensuring people have equal opportunities to live a full life, not just to have life, but not to corral that. We fought against Jim Crow, we fought against racism and sexism. Those are all discernible issues. This has a more larger overtone. That's why I basically have a larger base, because almost everybody can identify with something within the movement that wants to make it better for people on this planet Earth.
Now the last thing is, do you have to be involved or can you sit back? You know, and again, looking at the civil rights movement, there were a lot of people that have benefited, right, but they didn't march and didn't really participate, but now they're beneficiaries. What about
the old adage of community organization is, out of 100% of the people, 85 don't even know what's happening. 10% know what's happening but choose to watch, and 5% make it happen. Everybody benefits, but those 5% become the leaders, and the others benefit from their sacrifice and work.
Does hip-hop have a responsibility to change that dynamic?
Of course. Keep reaching out. Move the 5% to 7%, to 8%, to 10%. You'll never get 100, but it's a worthy goal.
We appreciate that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Last night I witnessed a riot. Protests turned violent. Black youth won't be silent. Last night I saw a riot. I'm tired of the injustice, tired of these bastards, tired of seeing black women crying over caskets, tired of raw deals, tired of unarmed youth being killed, tired of black steel taking black fathers for real, tired of fake mayors, tired of skewed news views, tired of cops killing and running from interviews, tired of writing these type of songs, tired of black pain. BART stands for blacks attacked while riding the train, tired of non-profit ambulance chasers, tired of cops trying to erase us, tired of tear gas, tired of paddy wagons, tired of constant harassment, tired of picket signs, tired of having to write these kind of rhymes, tired of seeing black people feeling sad, tired of having to riot to show that we are pissed and mad. But last night I saw a riot. Protests turned violent. Black youth won't remain silent. Last night I was in the middle of a riot.
Yo, what up? It's your man, Uncle Paradise, a.k.a. Paradise the Architect from X-Clan, a.k.a. the Man of Steel, one hood in his house.
Let me ask you this. I'm going to start with you. You come out of the Black Watch movement with Sonny Carson. You come out of the Black Spade movement with Bambaataa, a veteran in this game. Is hip-hop a movement? And I'm asking this in the context of looking at Marcus Garvey, looking at the civil rights struggle, looking at the Black Panthers, looking at all these other things where there were tangible results to the organizing that took place in communities. Can we say, in all fairness, that hip-hop is a movement? And if so, why? And if not, why not?
Well, I think hip-hop is absolutely a movement. And when I say hip-hop, I'm talking about hip-hop culture, not rap music. You know, not the music industry. You know, the record labels, they may own the music industry, but they do not own hip-hop. And they do not own our culture. That belongs to us. And hip-hop has been a movement since the day that Africa Bambaataa changed the Black Spades into the organization. And from there, the mighty Zulu Nation.
But how is that manifesting itself today? What are the tangible results that we see of this movement?
Well, the tangible results of this movement is the fact that I'm alive at all. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for the culture of hip-hop, I would be dead in the streets like a lot of the rest of my brothers in the South Bronx. You know, there's a lot of us who actually have been really serious organizers and really working in the community and working with young people, but unfortunately, the cameras don't shine on us except for wonderful brothers like yourself who understand what it is. You know, but usually the only time a camera would be on me or this brother is if we had beef and we was fighting each other or we was talking some foolishness.
But does the camera need to shine on it in order for a movement to be recognized and embraced by the community, or is the movement being embraced by the community and that's not?
I think that the movement is being embraced by the community, but there's a disconnect that it's actually hip-hop culture. You know, like people in Pittsburgh, they see me in the streets, they see what I'm doing and everything. If it wasn't for the fact that I also co-hosted the Pittsburgh Hip Hop Awards, you know, people, they don't really understand, you know, what my connection to hip-hop is. They're really ignorant toward my past. Unless you, like, really read some of the things that I write, it's not something that I boast or brag about, you know, because it's what I do every day.
Right, but then is that hip-hop, or is that an individual thing? You just happen to be an individual who does good things in the footsteps of others, but as somebody who identifies with hip-hop, can we say that you are part of a collective movement?
I'm definitely part of a collective movement. You know, the hip hop political convention, you know, the hip hop caucus, you know, One Hood. It was built on a foundation of hip hop and using media and using hip hop in the correct way that the founders of hip hop intended it to be used. You understand what I'm saying? I think absolutely what Jeff Chang is doing and what you're doing, that's absolutely hip hop. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of, you know, you could go to CNN, you could go to Fox, you can get a lot of bull crap from a lot of places, but to have a unique hip hop perspective in your swag and in your writing and in your caring, I think that's what has really created a new paradigm shift. And going forward, I believe that hip hop will be more instrumental than it ever was in the movement. And we're working on it now because there's a lot of people around the country, the League of Young Voters, you know what I'm saying? The brothers in Milwaukee with the campaign against violence, you know, the other brother in Chicago, and you know, it's a lot of brothers doing things. All we have to do, you know, the Dread Eye movement, we just got to connect the dots better.
Peace to the bones that walk in the sunlight, seeds of their stones that rock in the sunlight. Emancipate yourselves from mental slavery, cause none but ourselves can free our minds. Flower in these times with the power of mind, like lines through the desert, divine through the shepherd, climbing the dead earth with chimes of compassion. Compassion, y'all. Into the green pastures, pastors free in the masses, masters free in the lashes, a chapter of freedom passage. With the strength to forgive all that's past, we are giving the children the life that must be lived, living and healing the rights that trust will lift, revealing the meaning of the light love ship, y'all. It's a new manifesto for the blue, the tan, the yellow, the black and the white. It's time to take back our lives, take back the light, take back our sight, take back this night, take back our planet and give, y'all. We got to give, y'all. Peace. Peace.